Okay, lovey. So we're going to start with this first project using these crafter sticks from Dollar Tree and a few macrame rings that I had in my stash. I did get those off of Amazon. I don't know the millimeter size to them, but if I had to guess in inches, I would say it's probably about 2 inches in width. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to take 4 popsicle sticks at a time and create a diamond shape. And I'm going to take that all the way around the macrame ring. Okay, now I am just using hot glue here. You could definitely use a wood glue if you wanted to, but this is a very lightweight lightweight piece. And it's just going to be inside, and so I'm not too concerned about it. But definitely, if you want that longevity, you definitely want to use a heavier duty glue here. So I'm just going to take you through a couple of these because I am doing 3 layers to this and it's very repetitive, so I'm not going to take you through each one of these. But I forgot what I was going to say. So anyway, what I was going to say is what I'm going to do in between the layers. Well, I guess in between the macrame rings, technically, I'm going to put a layer of the crafter sticks. So once I put this on, once I take it all the way around, and I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to repeat the same pattern back and forth like that. So it'll make sense in just a few minutes as we get through, as we move further along here. Now, I know I did not line them up perfectly, but what would a project be if it wasn't done the May way, right? So right here is, this was my original goal, to have 5 of the diamond shapes, but because as you can clearly see, I did not space them correctly. And so I had some larger gaps in other spaces. So I didn't like that. And of course I didn't want to start over because y'all know me, right? I'm a lazy crafter. So I'm like, okay, it is what it is. We're going to keep going, because y'all also know that's the other rule of, doing things the May way, is when there's nobody here, I'm going to just keep going. Okay. So I decided to keep going. So I was like, well, this is how we're going to fix this. We're just going to take 2 additional popsicle sticks and add them to the diamond shapes to connect in another, or to create another shape there. Now, the problem with that is that because the gaps were not equally gapped, yes, I said that, they were not equally gapped. Say it again. They were not equally gapped. So there were narrow points there, but it still came out cute. And it, it kind of reminded me of the star that has that long hanging piece from it. I'm not sure if there's a name for that star, but it reminded me of that. It just had a couple of those hanging long pieces. And this is where I flipped it over. And now I'm just repeating that same pattern on the other side of the macrame ring. Okay, once it's done, you can see here, I'm going to just flip it over, and then I'm going to add another macrame ring, and I'm going to repeat the same pattern there. So this just makes it a little bit thicker, and it does kind of span it out from the middle going outwards. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, that's what I'm going to do here. And again, just using my Gorilla hot glue. If you choose to recreate this, definitely, you can go with hot glue or tacky glue. Any, adhesive really that would work best for you in your project. Now, if you wanted to do this with the littles, I would definitely suggest a wood glue. All right. And there you have it. There's the layers. Now, what I will say, I'm going in right here with some of my, I think I used the Grecian gold rubbing buff on this one, or the European gold. I can't remember. Anyway, I should have done this before I connected everything together. And as you can see some of the unfinished wood pieces. But what I did, and I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, I did kind of go over those outer parts and give it like a distressing. So it didn't look horrible because it was up against that natural wood. So it kind of blended together. But I knew that I didn't give full coverage. So that was an oopsie on my part. So definitely do the painting before. And you can do this in all kind of colors. I just went with the golden red because that's kind of what I've been going with. But if you wanted to do this into winter, you could definitely do a silver or white or blue. And I think you'll get just a beautiful snowflake. All right, so then I'm taking one of these beautiful molds that my friend Kendra from Late Night Creations sent me, and I painted that in the crimson red paint, and then I highlighted in that same gold rub and buff. And now I'm just going to take some of this braided gold rope I had in my stash, and I'm going to create a hanger with this. Now, you technically don't have to create a hanger with this, because you can just let it hang from the actual shape that you have there. But I did want to create a hanger because I did want it to kind of dangle just a teeny tiny bit. I may actually even go back and change that, but for now I just put a small little hoop on it, and we're going to go in and add that mold right in the center to cover up where we have that macrame ring. And then I decided to take some of my half wooden beads that I painted in that same crimson red color, and I'm just highlighting them with some of that gold rub and buff, and that's gonna pretty much be it for this piece. I really like the way this came together. Like I said, you can't really tell a whole lot that I didn't paint the in-betweens, but it still worked out. And Brenda, my sweet subscriber, thank you for always sharing your beautiful pieces with me. She has such a creative thumb, and I think she did an awesome job. She also recreated one of my projects that I previously did, and I absolutely love them. Thank you again, girlfriend. So as we jump into project number 2, I have these little gift boxes in my stash. I didn't see them this year. I got them, I want to say either last year or year before. Honestly, can't remember that, it's just in my stash. But I thought it would be really cute to take them and make a really cute vignette with them. And so what I decided to do here, this is like so simple, like it's not even a craft, it's just an idea. Let's just call it that. So you guys know me, I went in with my fairy lights, put it right up at the top because we're going to give it kind of that shadow box effect. And then I decided to take some more of that gold braided rope that I have, and I don't know why I decided to do this here. I think because in my mind, I was like, it's going to be too simple. It needs something. So I don't really know that this added to the project or that it took anything away. But anyway, I had this cute little ornament that I got from Hobby Lobby, which I fell in love with the fur on the Santa, the whole little outfit. But if you don't have that, Dollar Tree has a different Santa, very similar. And remember, I did this in one of my videos, probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, probably longer than that actually. So if you don't have the one from Hobby Lobby, you can definitely use the one from Dollar Tree as an alternative. Okay, like I said, I just fell in love with the his outfit. It was very vintage and cute to me, and I just really, I just couldn't leave it there. So I got it, and I'm just gonna glue him inside of the box underneath that light. And then I'm just going to go in with one of these bottle brush Christmas trees and put that right there. And I'm telling you guys, this was so simple, and this is just something cute. If you want a quick decor piece just to have sitting out for the holiday, you can definitely do that. I really feel like you could leave it out through winter, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, next we're going to take the smaller size box, which had the little Christmas tree farm printed on the front of it. And so I took more of these bottle brush Christmas trees, and we're just going to make a small little scenery with that. I'm going to do this by adding in some of these jumbo tower tumbling blocks. One I laid flat and the other one I laid on its side, and that was just to give the trees some height. Okay, now they are wibbly wobbly. They do have a wire base to them, so you can just kind of adjust them as you need. And so sorry, so I'm just going to glue them in place. I'm only going to use a few of them, not too many, because the box is so small. I didn't want to overcrowd it. I just wanted to give this a cute little appearance because all 3 boxes are going to be displayed together. And so I thought this was super cute. So then once I did that, I'm going to take some more of that braided gold rope, and I'm just going to create like what is that thing, like a stopper, I guess, to keep it from opening all the way. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what that's called. But anyway, I'm going to trim back down to size, and I'm just going to tack that in place just so the top can kind of lay on the Christmas trees and not flap open. once we style this. And so I'm going to do that for both sides. And of course I did cut, I did cut over the amount that I need just because I wanted to make sure that I get them even in there. I know that sounds weird, but that's how my brain said to do that, to keep it from being one being too short or one being too long. That's the only way I can explain that. So once I get those trimmed down, I'm going to go in with some of my miniature type bows here. Now, originally, I'm putting gold bows where I have that rope. But you're going to see in just a few seconds here, I'm going to switch the gold bows out to red bows in some places. Just because I felt like right here, it was all blending together and you couldn't, in real sight, you could see them, but I just felt like, on camera, it just wasn't giving what I wanted it to give. So I put that to the side, and then I decided to add a red bow on the Christmas tree where I have the Santa at. And I'm sorry, I'm playing peekaboo with you guys, but I am going to turn it around so you guys can see it, I believe. Who knows with me? Yeah, I did. And there it is right there. So I decided that tree needed a little something, something. So then this is where I had taken the gold bows off of this piece. And now I'm going to go in with the red bows. So basically what I did was I put the 2 red bows at the top of the box. And then on the trees, I went gold, red, gold. And then in the front of the little box, I put a little gold bow. Yeah, it's a lot going on here. But I still think it came out quite cute. I don't know. I don't know. Just when I saw, I was like, it needs to be mixed up a little bit. And this is how I saw to do that. So, sorry. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. My allergies, something happening here. I hope I'm not getting a cold or anything. But, yeah. So then we're going to take the middle box right here. Now, I love this box. I love the little Santa on there, but I wanted to cover up. I wanted the trees to match more of the smaller box and the little corners on this medium box here. So I'm taking a piece of this fabric that Kendra sent me from Late Night Creations in my goodie box that she sent over. And I love that the trees match the polka dots on that smaller box. And like I said, the corners of this medium box. So all we're going to do is cover up that wording right in the middle. And it like covered it perfectly. I was really surprised. And we're just going to tack it down with a little bit of hot glue here. Nothing extreme at all. And I am just using, like I said, hot glue. As you guys can see, I'm not using anything heavier because, also if I want to recreate this, I feel like the hot glue would come up a lot easier than any of the heavier duty glues. And I'm just pulling it nice and taut, and we're going to just press that in, and that is going to be it for this piece. So look at that. Looked like it was meant to be. I tell you, so cute. Didn't even have to earn it. So right here, I just want to sit this on top. Like I said, we're just creating a nice, cute little vignette. And the top, because it was also lightweight, it didn't put enough pressure to keep that lid down. So I just added a little hot glue to tack it together. And we're just going to put it together like that. And you guys will see that in the final reveal as well as we jump into project number 3, which is Terracotta Teacup number 70. All right. So with this one, you can see I went in with some of my gold rubbing buff, and I used some, I think it was jungle green paint, if I'm not mistaken. And now I'm going to take this gold, it's like it's a stretchy kind of string. It's not ribbon, but it's like a string, but it's kind of stretchy. You can pull it out. It's almost it has like a rubber band consistency to it. I don't know what it's called. Twine. I think it's called like stretchy twine or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to take this around our terracotta teacup. And for those joining us for the first time on this channel, we have been doing a series where we take a terracotta pot, add a handle to it, and turn it into a terracotta teacup with a theme. And we are on number 70 as of today. And what I was going to say is I'm just going to take that stretchy string and I'm going to create a V pattern around the whole terracotta teacup. Okay. Yeah. It's just going to be a V shape, like several V shapes going around, because we are going to make a drum or something like a drum. Now, I did not pull the string tight enough in some places, guys. So it was a little loose in some places. The V wasn't really Ving, so it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do. Looking a little Willy Wonky. So anyway, I just kept going with it. Like, it's not the end of the world. It's not the perfect drum, but it's recognizable. All right. So then right here, I had this little piece that you came from the floral section and had little beads on it, gold beads. They were only gold beads I had. I do wish I had some that were a little bit larger, because I'm going to just take those and put those at the peaks of where the V's are. So at the top and the bottom peaks of the V's, okay, or W's if you want. If you see W's, maybe you see W's and don't see V's, but anyway, I'm going to put the little beads at the peak of each of those from the top to the bottom, okay, and I'm going to go around doing that. And I had to be careful because a lot of the glue was showing up, but anyway, you know, it is what it is. So once I did that, I just assembled it together using some more hot glue, and we're going to go in with another ornament. And it's going to use this nutcracker ornament here from Hobby Lobby. Now, I didn't realize that the arm had broken off. I had dropped it, and I did hear it, but I'm like, no, it didn't break, because in my mind I was thinking it was plastic. So it wasn't until I started recording that I realized, oh, it did actually break, but we are going to remedy that. So what I did right here is I just removed the hanging piece from the ornament, but I kept the little gold part on there because I thought it looked really cute on top of the hat. So I kept that there. So right here, I'm going to take one of these little drums that you can find at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put that where his broken arm is, so you're not gonna even know that it's missing, okay? But the way it was broken, some of the pieces were really sticking out, were really sharp, and so I was like, let me just tap them a little bit because it's super delicate, and see if I could just chip away at it. So it did actually work, but I will say, if you do this, please use gloves, please use eye protection, you know, because it was popping off and, you know, kind of splattering. But I know, you know, you're not going to use a broken ornament, but I just wanted to put that out there, you know, to protect yourself at all costs. So once I got it kind of even down, I just go in with some hot glue around that broken part area. Now, it did not give the best coverage, but because these little drums are kind of plastic in texture, it melted onto that piece, or the broken piece, and you would never even know the arm was missing. You wouldn't know. Look like he's getting ready to start drumming. You know, like, yeah, I know, but you can't even tell. You can't tell. You can't tell. So once that dries, we're just going to go in with some of our Aleene's tacky glue right here, as you can see. And we're going to add in, of course, a bit of hot glue. And that's just going to give us that immediate and short-term hold while we get this project assembled. And this is actually it for this project, to be perfectly honest with you guys. All I'm going to do next, once I get him situated, is go in and add in the half of our macrame ring on the side there, which we did cut in half, and we painted that in gold, and we're going to add that to the side to make it into our terracotta teacup, guys. And that is it for this project. I didn't see a need to add anything else. I didn't want to take away from the drum base there. And now we're into our final reveal, lovies. So if you are still here writing with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And you guys know the drill. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. I can't, you know, I love to chat with you guys after each and every video. And guys, also, I want to encourage you to share the video as much as possible. We are less than 100 away from reaching our 10K goal, guys. So if you can do your girl a solid and share the video with friends, oh my goodness, friends and family. I don't know if anybody's a true fan or not, but you know, but share with your friends and family, or anyone you think may be interested. I would love to hear, love for you guys to do that for me, and I would appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And here we are with our projects, guys. You have to let me know if you had a favorite of today. I love hearing from you guys. I think we had a good save here with our nutcracker. I really, truly do. I absolutely love the way this came out. I love that the drum he's standing on is a match to the drum that we made of the terracotta teacup. So I love that, and I want to hear about it, or hear how you guys feel about it. This will be our final Christmas video of the season. So next up, I have no idea what I'm going to do for you guys. I have no idea. But stay tuned, the video will be coming. And here, for those joining us for the first time, what I like to do is show you every terracotta teacup that we have created throughout the season. It does go by quite fast, but you can always pause it if you see one you want to take a closer look at. And let me know if you have a favorite one of those as well. I know we all have so many in here. I know I have quite a few, but definitely, you know, I want to hear from you guys. Either way, I hope you all had a awesome Thanksgiving. Are you ready for Christmas? New Year's? I can't believe it, guys. Like, it's just gone so fast. So much has happened in this past year for me, or within this year. It's not even a past year, but within this year. And it's been a journey. It's been a journey. So, you know, I'm excited to see what 2026 holds. You know, I can't believe we're saying 2026. That's so crazy to me. I remember when 2000 hit. Who remember all that craziness? But yeah. So yeah, let me know, lovies. I want to hear from you guys. And like I said, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Once you hit that like button, don't forget to swipe to the right and hit that hype button. Okay, because hyping the video does help my channel out as well. It helps the smaller content creators such as myself get our videos pushed out just a little bit more. All of it's free. Everything I'm asking of you guys is 100% free to do so. It's just all the little YouTube things that makes our videos get out to others to see, and for others to join our YouTube family. I think we have an awesome community here at Craft Away with May. I love the camaraderie. I love the laughter. I love all the encouragement that is being brought to this channel, because it's not just my channel, it's our channel, and I love our community. So again, don't forget to hype that video. And if you do want to support me in other ways, this is how you can do so: by buying me a coffee. If you can't, don't you dare worry about it. Just you being here is good enough for me. And until the next video, lovies, be safe, be kind, hugs and kisses, XOXO, bye.